Okay, so this is our table of assignment and exam due dates. So meant to be a similar format to the course schedule that we saw above and did a video on. And so this will walk you through the slightly more detailed table on the assignment schedule. So again, the stuff that's at the top here, I've said in the first video, week running month to month, week running. The class week runs Monday to Monday. Due dates there, you'll see 11:59 p.m. end of day, usually end of weekend for assignments. And our last day to get everything in is May 4, and that's to accommodate those of you who are graduating, which is in this course is usually in the spring. In this course, it's usually most of you. So or at least historically it's been. So I want to make sure that we've got everything wrapped up. You've got everything submitted. You've got your final grade posted from me in Blackboard, and that's all done and ready to get the grades inputted for graduation, which are usually like pretty early in May. So that's that. Okay, so here you'll see the week to week laid out. Um, you'll see in each one of these when we have new lecture content, a reminder to go through the content. Try to do it week to week. I think you'll get a better experience if you sort of follow the week to week, in terms of taking in the course content, but you don't have to. So it's by design to allow you to work ahead, catch up if you fall a little bit behind in terms of the lecture content. And I like that flexibility for you guys, and that's the benefit of this format of teaching. That's understood. Like try to follow week to week. That tends to work the best in terms of learning experience and stress management. But you do have the opportunity, the flexibility rather, to work ahead or catch up if you fall behind. Okay. Post an introduction in the first week. You'll see all that in the learning modules. I've done my own introduction post for you guys to kick it off, and that'll all be self-explanatory. It should hopefully be, more fun than anything else, and get some easy points for it. Okay. So then week two, we'll have lecture content. Week three, lecture content here, and you'll see a notation here, start thinking about ideas for virtual presentation assignment. That's not when it's due on February 8th, to be clear about that. It's just a little reminder to start thinking about it, start, maybe even start drafting it. You're welcome, by the way, that's probably in the assignment instructions too. You're welcome to email me ideas, or actually really the Blackboard Messenger in this Ultra, in the Ultra format. This is especially for those of you who are using Blackboard Ultra for the first time. The Messenger it's a lot easier to keep that organized, in terms of messaging than email. So Blackboard Messenger is the best way to reach me, including like, hey, can I run this idea by you? Can I run an article by you? You're welcome to do that. We want to start thinking about that in week three. Okay. Then we'll do our first current events discussion. So that'll be you'll want to have I'll have my posts to you guys. So again, like with their introductions, I'll kick it off and with my own posts, and of course present the topic, and an article associated with it, or a video piece associated with it. And so that'll be that I'll have that done a week or two ahead of time. And we'll so you'll have plenty of time. You'll have a minimum of a week to look over that, and put your own post in there, post your own input to the discussion by February 15th. Okay. And then week five is lecture content. Week six will be when you submit your virtual presentation topic proposal. And so again, the details are in the assignment instructions, but you don't have to have had to, like, you don't need my approval for the topic before that. You can, you're welcome to use the Blackboard Messenger to reach out to me like, hey, what do you think of this? I'm happy to do that. You're going to get detailed feedback from me about your topic in your proposal write-up when you submit it. So if you've already had some early, some preliminary conversations with me over Blackboard Messenger, that's great. If you haven't, that's totally okay too. You'll get detailed feedback from me either way. Okay, but that'll be mark that one on your calendar. You'll want to have that submitted by end of day on March 1st. Okay, so then March 8th um, we'll have lecture content, and then in week 8, there's two things about week 8. One is we're going to end and I sorry, I'll make this quick because I said in the course schedule video, that week will technically end air quotes on Friday to so again respect spring break like we talked about before, and but I will post, and this is another one you can mark on your own calendar if you want. I'm going to post the exam on that Friday, March 14th, to right before spring break starts. Again, that doesn't mean that you are required to work on the midterm exam during spring break. You've got time, you've got another week in there once you come back to do it. And you'll see that March 29th, the midterm exam is due. So it's intentionally not due right when you get back because I want to give you the option. Work on it during spring break, get it off your plate. That's cool. If you like, no, I need a clean break, I'll pick it up as soon as we're off of spring break on Sunday or Monday. That's cool too. Okay. You just want to make sure, again, mark your calendars that you have that you complete the exam by March 29th, end of day. Okay. Week 10 will be another lecture content. Week 11, we'll do our second of two current events discussions, same format, same kind of assignment procedure. And Again, I will have those posted minimum a week ahead of time. So you have at least one full week to read it and think about it, post it, and generally try to get those my own post to kick it off before that. Get the minimum a week, but I try to get that done before that. And I don't; these aren't pre. And just another quick word about that. So these are I don't do these ahead of time. I do a lot. Obviously, a lot of this stuff is set up, in terms of content and including new content before the semester starts. But the current event uh, assignment, I really do try to I have some thoughts about what I want to do, but I'm really you know, watching the news, reading the newspaper, and like trying to, make sure it's really like a fresh topic, like a true current event topic. So that's why it's not posted when you first come on, log in here in the beginning of the semester. So just a word about that. Okay, so then so that'll be April 12th. You want to get that posted. And then after that, you're going to have uh, week 12 will be your second to last week of lecture content. Week 13, as I said in the other video, that'll be your last week of new content. At the end of that week, there are two things you want to have your virtual presentation assignments submitted because I want to make sure I have time to give you detailed feedback. So that's why that date is April 26th and not end of semester because I know you're graduating. I was in this program. I remember graduating in spring of 19, and I won't tell you what year it was. It was 97, if you care. But it was, so I know like my head's like out the door. And actually, in my case, that was like my head was already like in the job. I was going to start like that next Monday after graduation. So anyway, so I want to make sure that I give enough space. So make sure you get your virtual presentation submitted on that due date so that I can review them. I'm going to watch them all. I'm going to watch them all and give you each, individualized feedback on each of them, even though it's the getting to the end of the semester and getting the graduation for many of you. I want to make sure I get that feedback to you before you're closing the book, so to speak, on your program here. Okay, for those who are graduating. Okay, and then the last thing you'll have is and give you a week um, to work on that on May 4th. I want to make sure you get your final exam and anything lingering that that you need to make. If there's something you need to make up that you've asked for extension on, I've granted it. May 4th, especially if you're graduating, will be a hard deadline because I got to get the grades in right away. Because of spring semester and most of you are graduating. Okay, so hopefully that's not too long. I wanted to just make sure I covered everything in good detail for you about the assignment schedule for the semester.